Perfect. So my name's Giuliana Caselli, and I'm an administrative assistant at Salesforce. And I'm in my 30s, and that's what I got for you. Yeah. So I work at Salesforce, which is like a tech company, or it is a tech company. It's based out of San Francisco, and gender equality is huge on the list. So, or like the values, I guess I would say. So Salesforce has a big set of values, and gender is definitely one of the most important things, I would say, that we like hold here. My executive is a woman, and she is drawn to like people are magnetic to her in the strong women department. So I would say of her 10 direct reports, 8 of them are strong female women, which is awesome. Amazing. Yeah, I really enjoy working on a team like that. I haven't really had any gender related issues at work. I would say specifically something that I am a little bit aware of. A lot of my friends at work that are administrative assistants, they have male executives, and whereas the boundaries are pretty slippery between me and my boss, we can do social things together, drive home from work events together, whatever that might be. With the male and female executive assistant versus executive, or executive versus executive assistant, you tend to need to have more boundaries. So that's, I guess, the closest that I've been to anything like having to have more awareness of your gender at work. There's this really uneven way that people are compensated. And that's just based on the company being a company for as long as it has. So I think it's really one of those things that's going to be a problem that we're going to have to be hyper aware of from here on out. I think as the people that have been in the company a long time, or as people that are overcompensated for the neediness of, let's say, their specific role when they came into the company, it's hard to say it's a gender thing as much as it's just a timing and demand thing. Okay, so we have this thing, it's not a thing, it's a group, a pretty well-respected group called the Equality Team. They have a board, they have events, and they have really inclusive programs that spread the word of equality amongst employees individually. One of the big things they do is they'll send out emails if something big is happening in the news, or if something is happening in another company that we want to mirror, or vice versa. You know, if it's something bad happening that we want to make sure we stay away from, they'll also share, uplifting podcasts. I think like in 2015 or 16-ish, Mark Benioff, who's the CEO of our company, he, this was brought to his attention that there might be a pay gap between men and women. And so at the end of every single year, I think it's every single year, pretty sure, he goes in and assesses everybody's pay grade, so the level that you are, and the average that everybody's getting paid. And if there is an offset between men and women, or between anybody, if men are getting paid less and women getting paid more, or the vice versa more likely, it is evened out. So I think one year, maybe the first or second year, I can't remember the exact statistics, but I think it was like a $6 million gap. And he, out of his own money, used that to balance it out and encouraged all of us to be more aware as managers or whatever, and to be able to bring that into our company as a company-wide mandate. And that's something that we look at really closely. Because I don't work on a team with other administrative assistants, we're more separated out amongst the team. I don't have access to all of them or know what they all look like standing in a room, but my guess is that it would be majorly geared towards women. Like I said before, I think there's an empathy part of it. There's, I think it's probably a stereotype. I mean, I don't want to lie that there isn't some sort of it, but I think also too, personality-wise, women are driven to this role because we see ourselves and feel confident about ourselves uplifting others. And I think that that's something that I feel every day, that I get to uplift my executive. I get to make her day stronger and better and faster and more efficient. And that in turn makes me feel stronger and better and faster and more efficient. And so, yeah, I would say for sure there's a gender gap in my specific role, but not sure how easy that will be to change, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.